Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be doing top 5 most realistic looking cars in GTA Online, part 3. So if you're new to this series and you haven't checked out the previous 2 episodes, I'd recommend that you go and do that before you watch this video. Because chances are if you have some other cars that you're thinking of right now that you think probably should be in this list, I may have already covered them in the previous 2 parts. Um, but anyways, I'm going to explain how this works again at the start of this video. So basically this is the cars that look the most realistic in GTA as they do to real life. So for example, the Cockette D10 being the new C8 Corvette, it looks extremely realistic. Rockstar did a really good job without copyright infringement. Putting that car in the game and obviously changing the name and everything. It's just the cars that look the most realistic in GTA as they do to real life. So anyway, that's pretty much summed up. Let's get right into the video. Let's get right into number 5. So guys, at number 5, I have the Cockette. This is the original Cockette from the game. It's a sports car based off the Corvette C7 Z06. Super good looking car. Rockstar killed it with this thing when the game first came out. Really impressive. It looks fantastic. I love this car. Man, it was like one of the first cars I think it actually was my first car that I ever bought in GTA Online. They gave out $500,000 at the very start of the game, and I elected to spend that on this car. So that's a kind of a little story that I don't think I've told before. So. But anyway, guys, I'm going to put a picture of this thing on screen in a second here, and you guys will be able to see for yourselves why I think this car looks just like the real life version. So I'm going to put the picture on screen now. So as you guys can see, looks extremely similar. Rockstar did a super good job, like I said before, and yeah, guys, I don't know. I think this is a pretty sick car, so let's get right into number 4 though. So guys, at number 4 we have the Lampa Daddy Komoda. This car is based off of the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio in real life, and super cool car. I think it looks a little more similar than the Corvette, which is why I have it at number 4. But yeah, Rockstar killed it with this thing. This is one of the best sounding cars in the game, and there's a lot of cool customization you can do to it as well, which of course I find to be very nice, as I do customizations a lot. There is a customization of this car on my channel if you're interested. There's actually 2. Anyway, but as you guys can see, it looks, very good. And I'm going to put the picture on screen here in a second after we go around one more time. And so as you guys can see, I'm going to put the picture on screen now. It looks very similar. So yeah, guys, that's what I got at number 4. And I'm sure you guys can see what I'm talking about. So let's get right into number 3. Alright guys, so at number 3 we have the Gallivanter Baller. This thing is based off of a Range Rover Evoque, or potentially a Range Rover Sport, depending on what year you're going off of and things like that. So this car is a free car. You can get it right off the street in GTA. You can get a better version of this thing that I believe will be a little bit faster and a little bit nicer on the inside and everything. I think it's called the Baller LE, and it has like carbon side panels, like instead of the chrome there. And anyway, it's kind of a cool car. But this thing, Rockstar did a great job. It looks just like the Range Rover Evoque, or the Sport, depending, like I said, which one you're going off of and what year and everything. I love this car. It's like one of my favorite SUVs. Especially a free SUV. I think it's probably like the best free SUV that you can get off the street, other than like the Granger, I would say. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna put a picture of this thing on screen the Range Rover Evoque, that is, on screen right now. And as you guys can see, Rockstar got very close to the copyright line here, and did a really good job doing it. So I think props to them, honestly. So anyway, guys, let's move right into number 2. Alright guys, so at number 2 I have the Vapid Caracara 4x4. This thing is obviously based off of Ford F-150. I don't think anyone would argue that. I think Rockstar again did a fantastic job of stepping as close as possible to the copyright line, but just not quite stepping over. This thing's fantastic. It's probably my favorite truck in the game, next to the 6x6 Benefactor, the Mercedes one. This thing's awesome. I love how they did this. It looks so good. It looks so much like the real F-150. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm going to put a picture of a real F-150. I'm actually going to put a picture of a Raptor because I think that kind of more closely resembles this thing. So I'm going to put that on screen now and let you guys have a gander at it. And as you can see, Rockstar pretty much killed it. They did such a good job. It looks just like it. So super impressive. I'm super happy that this thing's in the game. I'm sure a lot of the truck guys are too. So anyway, let's get going into number 1. So guys, at number 1 we have the Schlagen GT, otherwise known in real life as the Mercedes AMG GT or GTS, depending on the trim level. I'm going to say this is the GTS because I think this one's a little more aggressive than the regular GT. But as you guys can see, super nice car. Love the look of this thing. Very classic shape and everything. Classic sports car looks. And I don't know, I think Rockstar killed it with this thing as well. Not a lot different to say about this than any of the other cars, guys. I just think this one looks the absolute closest to the real life version out of the cars in this top 5 list. So that's why I have it at number 1. This thing, I don't know, it's crazy. It's an awesome car, sounds super good, and you can drift it really easily. But when you're not trying to drift it, it still has super good handling. So one of my favorite cars. And anyway, guys, I'm going to put a picture on screen right now. And as you can see, very closely resembles this thing. Again, Rockstar killed it. They pushed right up to the copyright line, and they cleared it. I don't know. Did such a good job. Super impressed. Super happy that this thing's in the game. Although, you know, obviously it's been out for almost 2 years now, probably, but still, super hyped. So anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't, dislike. Let me know what you thought on my list in the comments down below. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2 of this, I'd highly recommend going and checking them out after this. I'll link them in the description down below. And anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.